Hello, Jim Adams here. Today I want to share with you how to sell a cash secured put. This is by far my favorite trade, and a lot of people have asked me questions, well, how do you get started? Well, this is a great way to get started with options trading. It's a safe strategy. It's something that's fairly easy to do, and today I'm going to actually share with you how I do it, and at the very end of this video I'm going to actually show you a trade that I actually am going to do real time. So stay tuned. I think you're going to enjoy what I have for you. Welcome to the Easy Investing Income YouTube channel. This is a channel where I share with others how I've learned to actually sell options using safe option strategies. I started a journey a little over a year ago to learn how to do options trading the right way. And after almost 14 months, I've changed the way I sell options, and I've been able to be very successful with it with very little risk. And I've only had one option trade turn negative on me. So today I want to share with you how to get started, what to do initially. And one of the first things, or my favorite trade, is the cash secured put. So I'm going to share with you how to do the cash secured put. I'm gonna, at the end of this video, actually do a demo of how to do it. So I'm gonna speak real basic, and we'll go ahead and jump into that demo fairly quickly. So a cash secured put, I almost like to think of it as selling insurance. It's, to give you an example, say you want to buy something like today I'm going to actually be selling a put for Bristol Myers. So say you want to sell an option for Bristol Myers. So Bristol Myers, I believe, is trading around 55, 56, and say I want to actually buy it at 55. Well, someone will pay you some cash, some premium, to actually, have the opportunity to sell you that stock at that price of $50, and you can set, how much risk you want to take. I typically do what's called a 20 delta, or it's an 80% probability. So the less risk you take, the less premium. But you're also, for that less premium, you're taking a lot less risk. The chance that you'll be assigned or the trade could go real negative. For a cash secured put, where it could go real bad for you is that the market does a major dive. So if it's trading at 55 and we have another 30% correction in the market, well, it could drop to $30 and you'll be deep in the money and potentially taking a big loss. So I like to trade in companies that I know pay good dividends, have good PE ratios, have good earnings, and aren't overly priced. Today I'm going to look at Bristol Myers. It's near its 52-week low, which is unusual. It's a good stock. It's got healthy earnings. It also pays a really good dividend, I think close to 4%, maybe like 3.6, 3.7%. So in the last part of this video, I'm gonna actually show you how to sell a put option with Bristol Myers. So I'm also going to share with you the options chain and how I determine, how I find the contracts that are 20 delta or 80% probability. And I'm going to show you actually how to initiate the trade. So the biggest risk you take when you sell these put options is the fact that you may end up owning the stock. It may, in the example I gave you before, well, you may pay higher, more for that stock than it's worth at that point. But if you go into the trade okay with owning the stock, then there's really little risk, and I'm okay with owning Bristol Myers. So I don't see, if I do an option at $50, I'm fine with owning it at $50. I pick it up at a price I feel is pretty good, and over the long haul it's going to grow really well. Also wanted to mention Bristol Myers is one of the stocks that Warren Buffett trades in, and I think it's one of the current ones he's actually adding some position to. I don't know for sure, but I've noticed some articles that relate to Warren Buffett working with BMY currently, which is Bristol Myers. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the actual demo of the trade. Before I switch over, I do want to mention Please like this video. Please subscribe. I'm a new channel just getting started. And please add any comments if you like what I'm doing or you have any questions, add a comment below. One other thing I just want to mention really quickly is part of the reason why I've been able to reach financial independence sooner is I'm on Obamacare. If you guys are interested in a video related to Obamacare and how I'm going to make my decisions, I've been on my own for over 20 years, and I have invested in MetaShare, which is a Christian um, organization that you can use, and it's not really health insurance, but it's very much like health insurance. I worked with them. I've worked with Humana. I've worked with Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield. So if you want to see a video on that, please add a comment below, and it's something I could look at doing since currently the new plans are going to be coming out, I think, in not February, in November. I don't know why I said February. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started, and let's jump into the demo. Okay, I've logged into my Schwab account and I've actually accessed BMY, Bristol Myers. And let's take a quick look at it. You can see it's nowhere near its 52-week high. It's got a good forward P of only 7.8. Its earnings look really good. Let's switch over to the earnings. Let me move this up a little bit. Let's move over to earnings. And you can see here the earnings look good. They're gone up considerably. And same thing with revenue. So it's a good company. I don't know why it's fallen out of favor lately. You would think it would be near a 52-week high. So it's kind of a gem, a gem out there that's been overlooked. I do think they're having some earnings. Maybe the earnings will be a little bit lower, but in this market, it's hard to find anything that's not way, really high or really close to its 52-week high. Here you can actually see, let's go back to the summary. You can see it's by the Schwab equity rating, it's an A. We can also look at dividends, but you can see it Morningstar, it's 4 stars. It's got economic mode is wide, so it can survive a really bad market if that happened. Let's look at dividends. I don't believe it's an aristocrat. Yeah, it looks like it reduced dividends at one point, but it's been steadily increasing them since 2016, and it's really increased them in 2020. And you can see here it's got, yeah, on average 4.9 over the last 5 years and 3.4 over 10 years. So it pays a good dividend. I like to find stocks or companies that not just pay good dividends, but increase those dividends. So over time, what you earn dividend wise increases more and more. And to me, that as an income investor, that's really important. So it's a good company. It's got good numbers, and it's optionable. I've traded options with it. I probably have sold 5, 6 puts on it over the last year, and have been able to earn some good premium. So you can see the puts are up today, which is good. Let's actually go to the full option chain. And I'm going to make some changes here. So I go out 24 days. I don't find it worth looking real short term. Let's look at the Greeks. So here for puts, you can see right here, I'll highlight it. You got delta, gamma, theta. And what I'm going to look at is I'm okay with picking it up at 55. And let's see, at 55, it's 0.238. So it's really close to a 20 delta. I don't always stick to that hard and fast rule. I try to get it close to 20. So I probably have enough that are below 20 and a few that are above 20. So I'm willing to take that risk. So I'm going to select this, and then I could also click trade here, but I like to switch to puts, and then you can see how it highlights it. And then I'm going to come over here and trade. So this would be 24 days, and I'll say trade. And you can see here I've got 42.62 in the account that I can actually trade. And this is my Roth conversion. This is my retirement account. So I'm putting this in my retirement account. So I'm thinking, if this is something I end up owning, and it's paying. I think it pays close to a 4% dividend. This is something I want in my account. After another 3 or 4 years, it's probably going to pay an even better dividend. So I don't have enough to do it as just a pure cash secure put because I don't have enough cash. So one thing I do like to do is I like to look at change this to a vertical put. So let's leave this at 55. Sell to open at 55 for 11.19, and then buy to open. This is the outer arm that I'd like to do, and let's look at if I can do it at 50. So in a sense, I have mentioned in the past that then this would require the difference between 55 and 50 times 100, so that's 500 minus any cash that I bring in. So with this trade I could bring in, I think, what is that, $39, which isn't bad. It's one options contract, and if it gets assigned at 55, I do have enough cash. I do have some other positions that will probably close their way out of the money, so I'm not too worried about, if this does get called at 55. I have enough other things I can close to let it be assigned. But 11.19 is a good price. I can make some good premium, and it's not too far in the future. So I can again trade it in November and again make this premium. So it's real simple. If you don't see some of what I just showed you with the trade, it may be because your options level up here to the right, top right, you can see option level 2, and you can actually click on this and it'll take you to the page where if you're not seeing options, you can actually make your requests on that page. It allows you to say, well, sign up for options, and then you pick which level. I've been doing this a while, so I'm allowed to go to option 2, but I also had to sign up for it. Or if it's easier for you, you can always get someone online with Schwab and you can ask them to at least give you, I think it's level 0 or level 1 to be able to do cash secured puts. And again, this is not really, this is a vertical credit spread, if you want to use the right terms, but I still look at it as a cash secured put. I want to have enough cash in my account that I could do this. And like I said, I do have some other trades that will be expiring next week that are way out of the money, and they're real close to 90%, so I'll probably close them even before it gets to that point. So here the only thing I need to do is come down and click review order. It's telling me please enter a limit price, so um, I forgot to come down here, and I always do market order. A lot of traders will do limit. With Schwab, if you do market order, if they can get a little bit better premium for you, they will. And this is how I don't spend all day doing this. So if I do market order, it typically will be assigned and it'll complete, and I don't have to sit around and wait. I'll know that I'll at least get $39. You never get worse. A lot of times, instead of 39, I might get 42 or something along those lines. So at this point, let's come down and I'll say review order, and it should go through this time. Yeah, so it did. And this is just giving me the details. And yep, 38.70 when you remove expenses. So because I'm buying a put as well as selling a put, it's two trades and it's 65 cents per trade. So that's why I'm spending $1.30 in the estimated commission. They do charge a 65-cent commission, but I would make 38.70. And then I can come down here and click place order, and you can see it. Yep, it sold it, and then it bought to open. So let's do an order status, and you can see here BMY. So it did 52, and I think, what is that, 10? Excuse me for looking up here. I've got multiple screens. So actually I did 42 cents, or $42 minus $1.30. So I did really closer to $40. So it actually improved on the trade doing market. So at this point I'm done. That's all I really needed to do, by looking at the Greeks and determining what I needed. I did take a little bit more risk. I believe the Greek was more like, or the delta was more like 2.37. So it was a fairly straightforward trade. I made literally $40 in what, 10 minutes of work. And again, this is in my retirement account. So I've just added another $42 for the trades I've done in my Roth conversion. And I'll have a future video that talks about how I've done in October related to that. I've been able to, again, do a little bit better than I did in September. So thanks for joining me. If you have questions, please put them below. As always, like the video, subscribe. I will have a link to my Patreon page if you want some hand holding and would like to work with me a little bit. I can help answer questions, and I actually share my trades on my Patreon. So, as always, I hope you have a great day and happy trading. Thank you for joining me.